foremost, I'm going to apologize because my fans are right here and it's really hot in my room, so I'm going to try to talk a little louder so that you can hear me. So they released the trailer for the Charmed reboot on the CW, and I watched it a couple times and just not feeling it. I'm going to be completely honest. I made a video when the news was released basically expressing my feelings about the fact they were going to reboot Charmed. I didn't like the idea then, but then when they announced that they had picked up the show and I saw the cast, I saw that they had Madeline. Anyway, if you watched Into the Badlands, she played Vale on Into the Badlands, and I loved her on Into the Badlands. I thought she was a great actress, and that introduced me to her, and she's playing one of the sisters. So that got me a little more excited for the show, but this trailer just, and I understand it's a trailer which probably mostly covers the first episode, and you know, it's the first season, so the budget's not that great, but just, I didn't feel anything from it. I didn't feel any excitement, nothing. And honestly, the only good thing I can say about the trailer is I really liked the logo at the end. I thought the logo was good, which isn't a good thing when that's the only positive I have about the trailer. I'm like, I like your logo. But, you know, if I'm being honest, I think the biggest issue I've had is the fact that it's called Charmed. Like, honestly, if the CW really wanted to make a witch show, go for it. I would love to have a witch show, you know, on TV. I love witches. But to go and make this Charmed, and also from the trailer, now understand, these are all my opinions. I'm based on what I saw in this trailer, but from the trailer, it looks like everything they're showing us is everything that's already been done in the original show. You have three sisters who all have the same first letter. In the original show, it was P's, Piper, Phoebe, Paige, and Prue. In this one, it seems to be M's. I believe it's Maggie, Mel, and Macy. They have a family member bind their powers, and when the family member dies, their powers are, the spell's broken. In the original series, it was the sister's grandmother, and this new one, it looks like their mom is killed, and apparently she was in the process of unbinding their powers, but still the same premise. Matriarch dies, they get their powers. And you have the actual powers themselves, like, you still have a sister that freezes time, you still have a sister that moves things. The only difference is they changed the Phoebe power. In the original series, Phoebe's power was premonition. It looks like in this new one, they're making her be able to hear people's thoughts when she touches them. And also, they've kind of combined Paige and Prue into Macy, who is Madeline's character, because she has Prue's power in that she can move things with her mind, but she was a sister that the other two didn't know about, like her mom gave her up or something, which is essentially Paige's storyline. And they also introduced the White Lighter in the middle of the trailer, which I'm assuming he's the White Lighter in the show, because that's what he came off as. He said he was like a teacher to witches and all this, and I'm like I said, I have no problem if the CW wants to make a witch show. I don't. It's fine. I just wish if they really were going to make a Charmed reboot, they would have chosen to reboot the show with Charmed characters. Like, you don't need to have, you know, the old cast. I mean, I would love it. But, you know, if you want to have the Charmed one, you could have had, like, Piper's kids. You could have had Wyatt or Chris have three daughters and they become the Charmed ones. Or, you know, you could have gone with what was canon at the end of the show, that Phoebe had three girls, so her girls could have been the Charmed ones. And I don't understand. There's so much they could have done with what was left from the series finale of Charmed that I don't understand why they were like, we're just going to start from scratch and here's a whole new family. Because as far as I remember, the original show made it seem like the Charmed One's lore only applied to the Hallowell family line. Like, the Hallowells were the only ones that had the charmed ones, or could bring about the charmed ones. Now, I could be wrong in my understanding of that. That's just how the show always made me feel. But, and I think that's probably why it's rubbing people the wrong way. It's like, it's supposed to be a Halliwell family trait. It's their family's heritage, the charmed ones. Same thing with the powers. Like, I believe Patty had, could freeze time, and Penny was able to move things with her mind. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm gonna give the first episode a watch, because I want to be fair to the show. Because as much as I don't want it, like, if I'm being completely honest, we didn't need a Charmed reboot. We don't need another Vampire Diaries spinoff. Because I found out about that apparently we're getting some spin-off for the originals called Legacies, about Hope and, like, the Salvatore boarding school for X-Men, basically. Vampire Diaries version of X-Men. And I'm like, do we really need this? Do we? We could have had Wayward Sisters. That would have been so much better. But I'm biased. So, I'm hoping it's good. I really am. As much as I know I sound like I just don't want it, but, you know, it's here. I can't change anything about it. And I am interested to see what it can bring. But I'm not gonna lie and say I'm excited about it, and I'm so happy there's gonna be a new Charmed. You know, I have 8 seasons of Charmed. I even tried to make my own Book of Shadows. I discussed this earlier. I have the spells. I'm that obsessed with this show. So, also, side note, in the trailer, I did not like the look of their Book of Shadows. It just looked like a prop. It didn't look like an actual book to me. But that's probably just nitpicky, me being a little bit of a bitch. But, you know, I'm just being honest. But yeah, I'll give it a chance when it premieres this fall. I do hope it's good because, well, mainly because I really like the actress who's playing Macy, Madeline Mantuck. I'm still probably saying her name wrong. But we'll see. We shall see.